Welcome to Chapter 6, the normal distribution. And this is the second chapter in part 3 of this course. This chapter, we're going to introduce you to the normally distributed variable, understand areas under the curve, apply other concepts for working with normally distributed variables, understand discrete random variables, and understand and know how to create a normal probability plot. I'm not going to lie to you. This chapter has what feels like very little real world application to it. But this chapter is foundational to moving on into this course and moving into inferential statistics. So in this chapter, we're going to talk about the normal distribution and how we see that in nature. But before we talk about normality, let's talk about outliers. And I have an example for you guys from a book called Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. It's quite an interesting book. So in the beginning of the book, he starts to talk about the 2007 Memorial Cup finals between the Medicine Hat Tigers and the Vancouver Giants. So here on this slide, I have for you the roster of the Medicine Hat Tigers from the 2007 Memorial Cup. Take a minute and just see if you notice anything interesting about this data. All right, I didn't give you quite a minute, but did you see it? It's okay if you didn't. Look at the birth dates. February, January, March, January, December, January, March, April, September, a little bit different, October, April, January, so on. If you count these up, you'll find that over half, I think over 2/3 of the players were born in the first 3 months of the year. So January, February, and March. So what makes them so good at hockey? In Canada, the age cutoff for hockey is around January 1st. So what happens is kids who are born in January, February, or March, they're almost a year older than the people they're playing against. They're much bigger, they have more experience, and so they get more one-on-one with their coach, stuff like that. So then they become really good hockey players. And psychologists have found that this will be true for many sports. So if you were born in July, you are probably more likely to be better at baseball, for example. So it's interesting. It's an interesting book, but I think the point of it is that this chapter is on the normal distribution, and you may see outliers in the world, like hockey players. I mean, they are very big, they're very good at like sports, they're athletic, they're an outlier, but there's also a pattern to who becomes a hockey player.